Bola.
Hi, I'm B.
And together we're the grown-up experts. We spend a great amount of time looking at the outside world, being distracted with our phone, our work, and our everyday tasks.
So we decided to unplug for just a minute to reconnect with our inner self. So tell me, what's your philosophy?
My philosophy is quite simple. I believe we are a house. And in this house, you've got 4 rooms. You've got the spiritual, the emotional, the physical, and the mental. And all those rooms needs to be connected. So for instance, if you are someone that is always on a spiritual, but you do not connect on a physical level, you will never really appreciate what you ask for or what you want. And some people stay in the emotional. They react. Everything is emotion. Everything, like you can tell. And then they never connected to their mental state. Everything needs to be connected. So B, what is yours?
So with me, it's all about positive thinking. So I like to always be quite positive and look at solutions and not really dwell on the situation. So if I'm going through a bad patch, I tend not to dwell.
You need to let it go.
Definitely.
When people say let it go, let it go.
Listen to Elsa.
As you allow your body to become still, bring attention to your breathing. Become aware of the movement of your breath as it comes into your body and as it comes out of your body. Not trying to do anything, not trying to get any place, simply being with your breath.
So it's all well and nice to try to be like spiritually or connect with your inner self, but how do we do it? What I try to do, I try so many different things. Self-help book, I went into YouTube, listening to some of those like mental.
When it comes to feelings, you always want to relate it to other people and see what other people's thoughts are, what they've done, how they've resolved it, and how they've come out the other side.
I come across a technique which is called EFT, is emotional freedom technique. So basically, they used to use that technique on soldiers when they used to go to war. The technique is to tap into some of your emotional point. Apparently, these are kind of center of energy. So you tap here, you tap on the side of your head, and then while you're doing it, you kind of formulating your thought, all the positive things you want it to happen to you. I tried that and it kind of liberated some kind of energy and it allowed me to let it go.
So this is something that you can do yourself?
You can do yourself. You can do it yourself. Obviously, as a disclaimer, we're not doctors. We're not kind of...
we're not professionals.
So...
you know, these are things that have worked for us as individuals. So if it works for you, then give it a try. It's also like things like acupuncture, because that also releases certain elements of stress and whatever not, and that helps.
It's actually the same thing, except that you don't need the needles.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. For me, I find meditation helps me a lot because I'm a very spiritual person. So I find if I've had a rough day or if I've had things going on, I just need a minute to just kind of sit and clear my mind. And process it, clear my mind, and just it's all about the breathing and kind of letting it out.
And it comes to show as well, some places I've got a very high spiritual energy where you can connect easily.
Definitely. Thinking of places, this is going to sound really weird, but the first time I ever went to Egypt, I went to the Sinai Mountains where, you know, God gave Moses the 10 Commandments. Yeah. And I swear I was the only one, but I felt like I was on holy land. Yeah. I felt really emotional. Positive energy is life's key to like health, happiness and well-being. Also very important, the people who you surround yourself with, that plays a big part with energy.
It's everything.
A bad mood is like a tornado.
Yes.
Literally comes and destroys everything in its path. No matter how good a positive person you are, it will affect you some way down the line.
You have friends that you have had for years, and those people are sometimes take you for an emotional bin. If you're one of those person, I'm really sorry, you need to cut them loose. Or even if you don't want to cut them loose because it's been a long time, at least kind of reduce the amount of time you're spending with them.
Definitely.
Because them telling you your problem, they're transferring all that energy onto you. You don't realize it, but it has an impact on your perspective, and it changes everything. So I've had that where you spend time with your girlfriend and he's all complaining, and then at the end you hang up the phone feeling how drained.
Or you don't even notice it, but the more they pass on these negative energy to you, you then go home and you start imitating.
Oh my God,
doesn't that happen?
Oh my God,
it's scary.
Key point.
It's scary.
You start reproducing exactly that subconsciously.
Without
you
knowing
have inhaled everything, and you're gonna exhale that into your home. We're like children.
You don't even know you're doing it, but it just happens. And that's why sometimes, regardless of how long a friend you've had, you have to cut them out like a tumor.
Cut it. What I love about life is you tend to do the same thing over and over and over again, because it's all subconscious, because the way you've been raised, we had habits that have been put into our soul, our DNA, everything. So sometimes I'm into a situation where I'm like, I've been there before. Oh my God, it's happening again.
It's like choices that you make.
Thank you.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And it almost feels like deja vu.
If you see that you're always picking the same type of guy, change it. But how to change it is you need to realize why you're doing it. So you need to go back. Maybe you witnessed your mom doing the same thing and you took that. Some people go to church because their parents took them to church. You need now to find out why. I used to say to myself, I need to work hard. I need to work hard. That was a sentence that was engraved in my memory. No, you need to work smart.
I've always been a people pleaser. Like I always
can't say no.
Or think, oh, what do they think? Oh my God. And literally, wind myself up till I was, but now it's like, it's done. It's done. Get over it. I'm not going to think about it, because what's that going to change? I'm never going to see that person again. What's that going to change what they thought about me? So things like that,
do not be a people pleaser. It's okay to say no, like Rita Ora when she's wearing bad fashion. So sometimes, you've tried everything. You've tried the prayer, you've tried all those techniques, you cut out some of your friends, still you're depressed. So how do you handle that?
Console in an elder, my mum, my aunties, my husband, people that, care. They've had more experience. They've gone through life and they've gone through this. So they're the best. I always find they're the best people to go and speak to and
we tend to forget that.
Definitely.
Sometimes a word from your mum will be like
comforting. It's so now it's like a friendship. You can tell each other things and it will get resolved and things will be better, and you can approach life better.
I remember I had a conversation with my dad, and that was the last conversation that I had with him. And what he said to me just resonates until that day, obviously you would. And it was so reassuring that I was on the right path. And sometimes you need your parents to talk to you, not just have expectation, but also tell you you're doing a great job. I love you. this is it, you know, not just because we tend to have expectation. You should get married, have children. When is the second one coming? The house, you know.
No,
and
the pressure is on.
You need to stop, slow it down, and say it's okay. You're doing the right thing. I'm proud of you. And one of the last things he said to me was, "Thank you." That was our last conversation. That brought me to tears when he said that to me. Like, thank you. From a dad to tell you that, how beautiful is that?
That's good.
Yeah, that touched me till that day. That was the last word my dad said to me. Well, after that little emotional moment that we had, that means that we connected emotionally. That's good.
Feng Shui is originated from China, and it's a harmonizing system which affects your environment and everybody else. So how you organize your living space.
Oh yeah.
It affects your day-to-day life.
And I'm sure some of you knows the typical kind of African setting where we put loads of it. If it's
that literally makes my heart just explode.
Yeah.
We have a place in France where it's designed very openly. The air flows in and comes out the other side. Open plan kitchen, you've got a reading area, you've got a dining area, everything's very spacious. And you walk in there, it's just like, I just want to sit down.
How you placing your picture, how you placing everything affects the energy, how the energy flows.
It's with Feng Shui, they like everything to be flowy. So you want like rounded furniture, you know, instead of it just being, because once it's point,
that's it.
There's an end. There's no like kind of continuation. So I love that. That's really like calming. Will Williams has extent product knowledge on the sheer coconut range. He's going to show us
how to wash your hair properly.
Greetings in the name of peace and beauty. My name is Will Williams, and I'm the Director of Education for M&M Products Company, and we're the proud manufacturers of Shea and Coconut. I'm going to introduce you first to the Shea and Coconut Moisturizing Shampoo. It gets delivered by gently cleansing your hair and scalp, because we want to help you maintain the moisture balance of your hair. This is very important for natural hair. Now, the way you use this is to wet your hair really, really well. The wetter the hair, the less shampoo you have to use. After you've built up this lather, then the next thing you want to do is to rinse. Rinse really well to make sure that you removed all of the shampoo residue from your hair, because leaving shampoo residue can dull your hair. It's a sulfate-free cleansing experience for your hair and scalp with moisture-rich conditioner and with the leave-in conditioner.
I feel really positive, really light, and just full of good energies.
I feel cleansed.
Don't you?
Yes, I do. I think this is an episode where you have to kind of connect.
We hope that we've helped you guys through whatever you're going through. This video will uplift you and give you some really good energy and carry on.
And the energy as well to subscribe, comment and like our videos. I have to bring it back down to earth, mate. And to write any comments to the address down below, you guys.
And we'll see you soon. Have a peaceful week.
Bye, guys.
On the next episode of Grown Up Experts, this is the big finale. We are talking fashion on the red carpet, and we also revisiting the best moment of season 1.